Northeast ISD is proposing a $495 million school bond. The proposed package includes security upgrades, new school buses, and repairs to aging facilities and systems like HVAC and plumbing across our district. As the superintendent of Northeast ISD, I want to share with you our process, our plans, and our goals. This bond isn't about shiny new buildings. It's about making sure our district can continue to serve our students and community with safe and well-maintained schools. In this video, I will give you a snapshot of our district and explain how we got here and how bonds work. First, a little background. Northeast ISD has more than 70 schools and magnet programs. Our projected enrollment this school year is around 55,000 students. Our district encompasses 144 square miles. We have nearly 500 buildings and 240 portables. That's more than 12 million square feet of facilities. Now that you have a better idea about the size and scope of our district, I want to walk you through the process of why our school board called for a bond election in November and how we determine the projects included in this package. In May of 2021, Madison High School's air conditioning system unexpectedly went down. That set us on a course of looking for a third party to assess our facilities to make sure we weren't missing important maintenance to aging facilities and systems. That search took time. We were careful and wanted to find the right team for this important work. In March of 2023, the NEISD Board of Trustees approved a contract with the Gordian consulting firm to assess all our facilities. And in August of last year, Gordian presented their findings to our board. That led to the creation of our Facilities Steering Committee, who were tasked with looking at the assessment data, along with additional non-facility assets to determine investment priorities. Starting last December, 16 community members, 6 parents, 14 staff members, and 7 principals met 11 times to go through the facilities assessment with a fine-tooth comb. During their hours-long meetings, they looked at our needs and developed rubrics to prioritize projects. Those rubrics were used to score projects based on various factors, including student impact, local and state requirements, and how quickly certain projects needed to be addressed. The projects identified as priorities became part of our long-range facilities plan. The committee also reviewed our finances and bond history, and ultimately last June, they presented their recommendation to call for a bond to fund their prioritized projects. On August the 11th, our board officially called for a bond election in November. This wasn't a quick, knee-jerk decision. This was years in the making to make sure our facilities were assessed by someone other than us to help us determine the condition of our aging infrastructure. So now that you know the process, I want to dive deeper into the proposed bond projects. The $495 million bond is made up of 5 propositions. Voters will see each proposition listed separately on the November ballot. Proposition A is nearly 81% of the bond, more than $400 million. These are general, district-wide projects like replacing and improving aging HVAC systems, plumbing, and roofing. This ballot measure would allow us to make safety and security improvements district-wide. Replacing and repairing police vehicles, buses, and parking lots also falls under this category. Part of this money would also be used for cybersecurity solutions to help us identify and respond to increasing digital threats. Proposition B is $53,480,000, about 11% of the bond. It's focused on our technology needs. If approved, it would allow us to purchase and upgrade instructional technology equipment. These are things like aging student and teacher devices, as well as updating student computer labs. Proposition C covers athletics and totals just over $29 million. It's about 6% of the bond. With that money, the plan would be to renovate Littleton Gym, install artificial turf at our district softball complex on Judson Road, repair our aging tennis center, and renovate the Blossom baseball fields. Proposition D is a little less than $10 million, or nearly 2% of the bond. This prop would be used to upgrade and renovate our stadiums. This covers the Blossom Athletic Center and Hero Stadium, as well as the Northeast Sports Park. It would improve our plumbing, roofing, and lighting at these high-use facilities. It will also replace artificial turf and improve concession areas and locker rooms. Proposition E will take care of our natatoriums. Here, we would replace exterior windows and roof coverings at the Josh Davis Pool. We would also install dehumidification systems. The total budget for this proposition is a little over $2 million, or less than 1% of the overall bond proposal. One question we often receive is, if the state gives us money, why can't we use that to fund these projects? Historically, the Texas legislature provides districts with funding for staff salaries and day-to-day operating expenses. Capital projects like these are meant to be funded by bonds. That's the system in which we operate. School facilities are taxpayers' investments. My job is to provide factual information, and it's up to the voters to determine any additional investment they make in their local schools. If you would like more information on how school district budgets work, please visit the link on your screen and click on School Finance. Again, you will have the opportunity to vote on each proposition separately. And one more note I want to mention here. State law requires us to include this statement. This is a property tax increase on the ballot. But we do not anticipate a tax rate increase for at least 5 years due to NEISD's sound financial practices, which have saved the taxpayer $193 million since 2012. For more information about our bond, go to neisd.net/bond 2025. There you will find a complete list of the projects and can even search by campus to see how this bond will impact your neighborhood schools and facilities. The deadline to register to vote in this election is Monday, October the 6th. Early voting begins October 20th and runs through October 31st. Election Day is Tuesday, November the 4th.